All right, welcome adventurers. Today, we're going to journey deep into Middle-earth and get you up to speed on the rules for The Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. We're going to break this whole epic game down piece by piece so you'll be more than ready to face the darkness. So, let's get this quest started.
So here's the deal. In this game, you and your friends, you are the Fellowship. You're the last real hope for all the free peoples. And the stakes, they honestly could not be higher. You've got to succeed where everyone else would fail, because if you don't, well, all of Middle-earth is going to fall into shadow.
Every great journey needs a destination, right? So before we take a single step out of the Shire, let's get a crystal clear idea of what our quest is all about.
Now, this is a cooperative game. That means you all win together or you all lose together. Your main goal is to team up and knock out a series of objectives. But no matter what those objectives are, the final, ultimate task is always the same. Get that ring to the fires of Mount Doom and destroy it for good.
And this is where it's all gonna happen. The game board is this amazing, super detailed map of Middle-earth. It'll take you from the rolling green hills of the Shire all the way to the dark, scary lands of Mordor. Trust me, every single location, every path, every stronghold you see here, it's all gonna play a huge part in your story.
Okay, so no hero just rushes into danger without a plan. The first part of any game is setting the stage for the epic fight that's coming. So let's walk through how the Fellowship gets its act together.
We can actually break the whole setup process down into 4 really straightforward steps. First, you'll get the board ready with all of Sauron's starting armies. Then, you'll shuffle up the decks that really drive the story. After that, you'll choose who you're going to play as, and then you're ready to start the journey.
One of the most important things you'll do during setup is deal with the Hope track. This little track right here visualizes the game's most precious resource. And no, it's not about hit points or anything like that. It's all about Frodo's will to just keep going. If this marker ever hits that final despair space, the quest has failed. Sauron wins. Game over. You have to protect Frodo's hope, no matter what.
And here's where it gets really fun and personal. Each player doesn't just play as one character, you get to play as 2 iconic heroes. We're talking pairings like Frodo and Sam, or Gandalf and Boromir. These are your heroes, and each one has unique abilities that you're going to have to use wisely if you want any chance of success.
So, the board is set, the heroes are chosen, and the quest officially begins. Now we get to the real heart of the game, what you actually do on your turn.
Every single turn follows this really simple 3-phase structure. First, you get to be the hero, performing up to 4 actions. Then you'll draw a couple of player cards to get your hand ready for the next turn. And finally, you have to draw shadow cards, which is where you see how Sauron's forces fight back.
So let's look at those actions, starting with the most basic one of all, travel. I mean, you gotta move to get anywhere, right?
It's pretty straightforward. For one action, you can move one of your characters to a location that's right next to it. Just follow the path. You can even bring some friendly troops along with you to help beef up your forces on the front lines.
But hey, you can't fight the massive armies of Mordor all by yourself. That's where the muster action comes in. It lets you rally the free peoples of Middle-earth to your cause. So, by playing a card from your hand that has a friendship symbol, you can place a new friendly troop right at your character's location. This could be soldiers from Gondor, Rohan, the elves, or the dwarves. This is absolutely crucial for defending key spots and pushing back against the shadow.
Sometimes, just rallying troops isn't quite enough. You have to take the fight directly to the enemy, and you do that with an attack action.
When you attack, you get to gather up battle dice equal to the number of your heroes and friendly troops in that spot. Each die roll can have a different result. Maybe you'll wipe out an enemy, or maybe you'll trade losses. This is your main way of clearing Sauron's minions off the board and making a path for the Fellowship.
But here's the thing. For every action you take, there is a reaction. After you've had your heroic turn, the shadow gets to respond, and let me tell you, it is relentless.
This is the third and final phase of your turn, drawing those shadow cards. How many you draw depends on the threat level, which can creep up during the game. This is where the tension really gets cranked up, because you never know what kind of evil the Dark Lord has cooked up for you.
The shadow cards usually give one of 2 commands from Sauron himself. A red flag means advance. His armies will surge forward along the battle lines, threatening to just completely overwhelm your defenses. A black banner means reinforce. New shadow troops, and sometimes even the terrifying Nazgul will pop up on the board, tightening their grip on Middle-earth.
But the threat doesn't just come from that shadow deck. Oh no, mixed into your own player deck are these really nasty Skies Darken cards. When you draw one, you have to stop and resolve its effect immediately. They can make the shadow grow, make the Eye of Sauron notice Frodo, or worse, they are always bad news.
So you take your actions, and the shadow takes its. This whole dance continues, this push and pull across the entire map, until one side finally claims victory.
And you know what? It all comes back to hope. Lots of things can cause Frodo to lose it. Shadow armies overrunning a friendly city, the chilling effect of a Skies Darken card, and a whole lot more. Every single point of hope you lose is one step closer to failure.
So, in the end, it really is this simple. To win, to achieve victory, you have to complete all of your quest objectives and successfully chuck the One Ring into the fires of Mount Doom. But you are defeated the second Frodo's hope track hits 0. The entire game is just a race between finishing your quest and that slow, creeping erosion of hope.
And that is the journey that's waiting for you. You've got the rules, you know the stakes, and you've seen the path that lies ahead. So there's really only one question left to answer. The ring has come to you. What will you do?